Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. The return of the Queen progression event as well as the sale of the new hamster went live, and there's a really good other sale for a miner as well. You will find timestamps to jump to those parts that interest you the most, and today we are not going to get started with the progression event but with something way more important, the Valkirita Hamster sale. This hamster is actually pretty cool. She has a new skill that we didn't see before. She can do the expeditions 2 times faster. So basically if you go to the 24-hour expedition, now she will go and do it in 12 hours instead. This is pretty crazy actually. This hamster costs you approximate $100 worth of TRX tokens, so she's quite expensive compared to the other hamsters that we had. But also expedition time minus 50% is pretty strong, and she has really good stats. She got 90 health, 90 strength and 25 luck. So this is another hamster that on level 50 max level will actually be able to have 2 stats on level 100 and 1 stat above an actual threshold that you need to get some other really good stuff. So overall I think the new hamster is pretty powerful, and I don't think that you should miss out on this one if you don't already have a hamster. If you already have like 2 or 3 hamsters and you are satisfied with that, then of course you don't need to buy another one. In the future there's gonna be some more features that we need hamsters for, so it might be a good idea to go for another one if you have like a tiny handful amount of hamsters, but only if you are up for the investment of $100 basically. This hamster is quite expensive as I said, so you need to be very sure about this. If you have a lot of fun with Rollercoin and you want like a lot of season tokens and stuff, then the hamster is an actual pretty good choice. You get like a lot of these season tokens all the time. Just today I got like another 1k season tokens pretty much for free, so that's pretty crazy. So a hamster will basically just make your account grow a little bit faster, so that's pretty good. Another really cool thing they implemented, if you don't want to actually purchase the hamster in the sale, you got those relics from the last couple events, and if you happen to get all of the 5 relics, then now you can craft the Valkirita hamster with all of these good stats that she has for just 1 roller token. And of course you will use those relics here as a material to craft the hamster, so those ones will get lost in the process basically, but then you will have a powerful hamster that in the long run will give you a lot of roller token and season tokens and stuff, and also some really powerful miners if you are lucky enough. But enough about the Valkirita, let's get started with the progression event guys. Thank you so much for sharing the list, Piero. We have here on level 1 some roller token. The progression event this time is also very short. It only has 21 levels and 16.5 million experience that we need for the progression event, so this is pretty good. It's not gonna be that impossible to actually reach down here with a somewhat lower multiplier than usual. We have here up to level 7 some stuff that we could potentially reach as free-to-play players, so that is also very good. Here you need only 135k of those points, and here you already get 5 speed up items for the expeditions, and you could use them basically to speed up your first expedition with the new hamster that you just got if you decided to buy her. Then we have those 12-hour boosters. These one are fairly useless actually. This thing is just going to boost your temporary mining power from games, so I don't think this is anything anyone should be hyped about. We have here the La Venus de Milo. This miner is 160k mining power and 0% bonus power, so fairly weak. The Crypto Temple, same thing, but they are free miners and very easy to reach here, so if you happen to have a little bit of time to play games throughout the weekend, then this is something that you can easily achieve. And also on the way you get 20 experience for the season pass if you didn't already finish it, so this is also very good. And all of the stuff after level 7, I would say you would need to spend some roller token for this, or actually boost your multiplier already, because otherwise you will not manage to make enough points here. And then you would already get the Terrabara. This miner is absolutely insane. This miner is super good compared to other miners in this tier because it has 5% bonus power, so pretty huge. Then you get the Treasure Guardian, 3% bonus power, 500k in mining power, also very good. The Gravity is something noteworthy again, 4% bonus power. Cryptocurrencies also very good, 7.5%. And the only thing I think that is not too great down here is those 2 miners here because of the lower bonus power, and the rest that you can see here is absolutely insane again, including the new Valkirita miner, which happened to have a weird name in this list. It's actually called something else. Let's confirm that really quickly. It's actually called the Frost Bloom, and you get 2 of them. This miner has 11p and 7% already on tier 1, and because you get 2 of those ones, you can make it a tier 2 version in the future, so that is pretty crazy. This one cannot be sold in the marketplace if I saw that correctly, so you can only make it a tier 2 version, and then we would need sale in the future to make it tier 3, tier 4 and so on. So we will need to see and wait it out basically on that. If you happen to get all of the stuff from the progression event, then you now have 40p in mining power standing around and 43% bonus power, so this is actually pretty good. And while it is not as good as the last progression events, this one needs a lot less points. So basically you're getting for the same amount of points needed, the same amount of mining power. I think last time was like 35 million compared to 80p that you got and like 80% bonus power, something like that. So basically you need half of it to get half of the stats. So I think that's fair. And in this way, a lot more people will be able to actually reach the end here. Another thing ongoing is the Enigma Sale, and this one is really good. Let's refresh the page really fast here to see if the sale is still the same like before, and it didn't change. So this is actually the real deal, guys. We can get the Enigma 4 times on tier 4 already merged to make it an Unreal Enigma, and this miner is completely insane already on level 4. It has 15p in mining power and 9% bonus power, and you get everything you need to make it an Unreal version. And on Unreal this miner is completely insane. 110p and 30% in bonus power, and on top of the actual package price of 187 Rollertoken, or an equivalent of anything $119 worth of those cryptocurrencies, then you would need only 20 Rollertoken more on top to make this a tier 6 version already, because the merging fee is actually quite low for such a high tier miner. 5 Rollertoken to make it a tier 5 version. You would need to click this button twice and then another 10 Rollertoken down here. And as I said, the parts, you are just getting them inside of the package. Also, you get 1000 season tokens, so you could just resell some of the stuff that you get with season tokens and get some money back. And then this is completely crazy because the miner is absolutely insanely good. We have the same package, just a little bit lower. Here you could make a tier 3 version or a tier 2 version of this miner, and you could also purchase it as a single copy. The single miner, I don't think I would recommend it because it's fairly weak in level 1, but anything that you could merge it because you are getting the parts gets really good. You have here like the tier 2 version with 2p already, 1.5% in bonus power. You get the parts, it costs you only 10 cents in Rollertoken, so this is pretty huge. And all of this stuff that you see here, like even the tier 3 version is with 6p and 4%, one of the better miners already. And the more of those packages you would purchase, the better the offer of course would get. The only thing that you don't get in the rare package is the parts needed basically. So meanwhile you get the parts here you would need to purchase them on top, but even then the offer is still pretty good because it costs actually only one of the blue parts of each and 2 Rollertoken. And I really like what they did with the legendary and the Unreal. They were actually listening to the community at this point, I think, because here you need only one of the parts now instead of all 3 of the different parts. So this is a lot cheaper again, even after the merging stuff that they were changing, where you needed now 3 of the part pieces here. So I really like the going back to only one piece at a time instead of all 3. This makes the craft really cheap actually, and the miner is absolute insane with those stats for the price that it costs. So you would be 208 Rollertoken far away from a miner with 110p. This is completely insane, guys. Another thing ongoing is the race tournament, and this one is a race tournament where you get only points for buying Rollertokens. So basically if you are actually going for the progression event and you're purchasing a lot of Rollertoken to boost your multiplier to then open those boxes and stuff, you will automatically participate in the race. And if you are a free-to-play player, then you can basically forget about the race, go only for level 7 here in the progression event, and then you will have like a lot of free stuff without wasting your precious cryptocurrency into a race that a lot of whales will join. So basically you can just skip this. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you're thinking about the Valkirita sale. If you have any more questions, leave them down in the comments below as well, and I see you in the next one. Bye, have a nice weekend.